Is it 2020? Because I feel transported back to the era where TikTok was what we mostly talked about and the Hype House plus their favorite YouTuber, Nikita Dragun. There's a lot that's been going on in this bubble of the internet, and we have got to break it all down right now. Before we get into anything, I want to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by Babbel. Babbel is the best language app and it teaches real-world practical conversations. Whether you're learning on your computer or your smartphone on the app, there are multiple ways to learn language on Babbel. They offer lessons, podcasts, games, videos, and even live classes with top teachers. Lessons are designed by real language teachers, no machine learning, algorithms, or AI. I am dreaming, you guys, of a trip to Italy, and I will not shut up about it to my friends. So in order to be ready for it, hopefully sometime soon, I've been learning some Italian on Babbel. I'm literally the one trying to organize a big friend trip there, and so I'm trying to get my Italian on. And with Babbel, they teach you more than just vocabulary words. It also teaches you about the language's culture, the people, and history, so much more than just some vocab words. And their award-winning technology scientifically proven to get you speaking in just 3 weeks. So I know come my trip, I'm gonna be ready, and I definitely want you guys to be ready with me. So maybe we can all learn together. Babbel also offers a 20-day money-back guarantee, so you guys literally have nothing to lose by trying Babbel, only so much to gain. And you guys can get 65% off your subscription by clicking the link in the description. Once again, you guys can get 65% off your subscription by clicking the link in the description. So go check that out. Go check out Babbel. Download it on your phone. You're not going to regret it. And thank you to Babbel for sponsoring today's video. And let's get into the tea. To start with, two people who were not in the Hype House but might as well have been are Josh Richards and Nessa Barrett. These two were together as a couple when TikTokers began really blowing up, but there was a lot of drama surrounding them as Nessa was starting her music career, and Nessa faced some crazy backlash as she was accused of cheating on Josh with his friend Jaden Hossler, as the two of them got close after releasing a song Lottie Died together. There were so many cheating accusations being thrown around, but ultimately Nessa and Josh broke up, and Nessa and Jaden dated for a long time and really blew up their music careers to the point where they are both touring right now. Josh was always trolled over what happened between him and Nessa, and it was never really clear who cheated on who. Was there really cheating at all? There's always been a lot thrown around about the two of them, but since Nessa and Jaden are broken up, it seems like Josh and Nessa are rumored to be back together, or at least on speaking terms again. And that was confirmed over the weekend when these two were spotted hanging out together.
Guys, this is not a drill. Josh Richards and Nessa Barrett were seen together today, just walking the dog like the good old days. Another one.
And after being bullied over his relationship with Nessa by his co-hosts on the BFFs podcast the last year or so.
Let's just start right off the bat. Are you guys like flirting Josh again?
Who's you guys?
You and Nessa.
Nessa.
No, come on.
Oh,
But you
come
are.
on.
What do you mean we're flirting?
You're feeding into this a little bit,
You're commenting
Me?
on each other's TikToks or something.
I haven't commented on anything.
but you're liking old fan edits.
No,
That wasn't you?
Is that on this sheet?
Yeah, that's on this sheet.
So you guys are. So this is just, we know what we're walking into.
People think it's a possibility that these two really might be back on for real. But who knows? I guess we'll have to find out on the BFFs podcast all that is going on between the two of them if Josh decides to spill or Nessa decides to go on the podcast, which they kind of have been teasing is a possibility. Anyway, keeping up with the TikTok theme, something horrible actually happened and something really weird happened to the members of the Hype House this weekend. Thomas Petro came out to say him and other members of the house were attacked, and it became a whole situation.
Fight night at the Hype House.
Was that your first?
honest.
Was that your first?
That was
fight?
my first. That was my first
The
fight.
guy grabbed my arm.
He posted on his story saying, "We won, y'all, don't worry," and it's a photo of them outside this venue in the car. On Instagram, he said, edit, "Now that I'm not as frustrated, a grown couple threw rocks at my car and then dragged Tabitha to the ground, and I choked the guy off them and separated the fight. Jealous drunk people are the worst. His girlfriend Mia commented saying, as well as a lady twice my size decided to try to fight me because she was drunk and Tabitha came to tell the girl not to touch me, so she grabbed her instead. In the comments, he answered to someone who asked, okay, but who won though? And he said, me, LOL. That whole thing is just such a weird and bad situation. Like, who's going after the hype house, especially people in their 40s? Like, come on now, what is going on here? Just sounded like an awful situation, and I'm glad that everyone seems safe and all right as of right now. Now, as for their friend Nikita, she has been a big part of the hype house. Nikita became close with a lot of the members to the point where she landed herself a spot on their hype house Netflix show, but she has been pretty offline as of the recent months, and she never really posts on YouTube anymore and is hardly posting anywhere else. Sometimes she'll post on Instagram, but not really anywhere, and no one knows what's going on or what really happened to her until this week. Last year, Nikita gave everyone on the internet a scare in December when she shared photos of herself in what looked to be a hospital, and she was posting things on her story saying, I've been detained for the last 8 days under a temporary detaining order and magistrate. I was kicked out on Thanksgiving Day. I walked the streets in the cold. I got picked up by the cops. I was hospitalized. I was administered into a psychiatric hospital involuntarily. God, I may never understand why, but I will always take on every battle. I believe in myself. At the time I asked for privacy, family and friends, I love you. When I am ready to talk about what happened, I will. The stigma around mental health is tragic. What they do not understand, they shame. History is not kind to women who think like a man. They just call us crazy. She later made an Instagram post with a long caption that is now deleted, but she said on her Instagram story at the time, please read the caption. This is not for attention, but simply to express some of what happened to me. She followed it up by saying, I don't want to hide my truth. I know some consider mental health to be a shame or embarrassing, but this is me. So in the long Instagram caption that is now deleted, she basically detailed being in a very bad mental state, but not really going into too much detail as to what was truly going on. So people had a lot of questions and were extremely worried about her after seeing all those photos. This week though, Nikita posted a video on her YouTube channel titled What Happened, where she opened up about what has been going on in her life and what happened back in December when she posted all this stuff on her Instagram. She said that she's ready to talk about it now on her channel, that it has been months since then. She's explained that she's been scared to open up about this as she has not ever made a video like this, but the past few months of her life have been the hardest for her and almost debilitating, but she made this YouTube channel for a reason, and it was to share this journey of life that she is on. And she said that she started this channel when she felt like she had nobody to talk to about things that were happening to her and things that she was feeling. And this entire channel was basically a diary for her, and she wanted to keep that going and share the story and this journey that she is on. And she shared that she is bipolar. She said 6 months ago she had her first manic episode, as she described it, and she said that she felt lost and tried to go home to Virginia to regain something within her, but she said it kind of made things worse for her and unlocked a lot of suppressed memories that she had from her childhood, and things went very downhill from there. She said she didn't want to get into too much detail about what specifically happened, but she did share about the experiences that she had when she was in Virginia and the things that went down that she was talking about in the Instagram post back in December, but didn't really give clear detail on. And she was sharing a lot more in this video, and she said that in these so-called, what she was saying, manic episodes, it basically led her to an altercation where she was brought to a hospital and then evaluated.
Like, an altercation happened and I ended up in a police car. I got brought to a hospital. I had to be evaluated from head to toe, and I was placed under a detaining order, which basically means you're a threat to yourself or other people.
She said she was heavily monitored at the time, and she eventually had to show that she wasn't manic.
They had an attorney for me, I remember, and I basically had to show that I wasn't in a wild state. I wasn't manic. It was kind of the deciding factor whether I was gonna stay there longer or leave. And obviously at that point I'm trying to do anything and everything in my power to get out of there.
And she said that she had to end up staying way longer than she thought she was going to, and she stayed a total of 8 days before she returned back to LA. She said she's been working on her mental health and she's really advocating for taking care of oneself in this video, and she herself wants to build back up to being a better person. And I for sure believe her coming out to share the story about what's been going on with her and her struggles is going to help so many people at least not be afraid to talk about their own struggles. And I hope that she is doing better today. It sounds like she is doing a lot better than she was. She says, you know, it's still a battle every single day and she's still working on herself and working through things. But that is pretty much all that Nikita had to share in this video, and that is what she was saying. I definitely hope that you guys are doing well in your own lives. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye guys.